Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hioka empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. Today is a pretty good day. We're kind of just flipping, flopping around different dimensions, huh, Ma? Kind of blissed out. No negative feelings around here today. It was a pretty good day. It was very mellow. It was very cold, so we're all cozy. Mom watched. I who knew? I found out something about Mom I didn't know. Is that she like you like Star Trek? Yeah, I found that out yesterday because I'll just scroll through the channels on the Roku and I'll come across stuff. And Mom's always been a very private woman. Hasn't really shared a lot of intimate details about her personal desires and whatnot, and not to me anyway. but but yeah, she likes Star Trek, so she was watching Star Trek for a little while. She's doing good. Every day we have some, people don't in as far as eternity is concerned, the human lifespan in 2023 is not that long, you know? And I remember when I was younger, I've always had more regard for life because I don't know, probably because all the near death experiences I had, right? And and I've seen your near misses in life too, where you almost been lost. And my dad almost died a handful of times. It's okay, Tuck. Here, let's go over here, bud. I know you don't like the lights. Come on, Bubba. Come on, you go over there. Good boy. Good doggy. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. Over here. Come on. Good dog. Get a good spot. Good spot. Good boy. Good boy. Ta-ta. Good dog. I don't remember what I was talking about. I'll just start talking about what I was gonna. Hi, Luna. I called today's talk "A Life to Learn Discernment," and I feel like everybody has to learn discernment in their own way. You know what I mean? That learn how to for me what it is I learned how to line up my heart, my gut, and what's the third one? My heart, my gut, and my mind. And once I got those congruent, that opened me up to and the desire to just live a life that not of being a shady person doing crappy stuff, lying, cheating, stealing, finagling, all that stuff, trying to live above board in a place, where my heart sits in integrity. That's what I've tried to do. Haven't always hit the mark. There's a lot of years I was drinking and I lived my life from my ego, and so spirit took a back seat. I have since learned what no longer serves me, and living solely for myself no longer serves me the most. And so I know my life, from what I've come to find out, and I try to speak in generalized terms, and what I really had to do is just listen to myself and take, even if I make mistakes, I'd rather make a mistake and learn from that mistake than put myself in some sort of detriment because I use somebody else's guidance. You know what I mean? Like I kind of had a hard time. I appreciate people's input on problems and in situations in life because it adds to it, right? I like draw from a lot of different places, different people, and then come up with my own conclusion. Well, in recovery, a lot of times they just do what I say, and I'm not big on that. because people have their agendas even in AA, you know. And I feel like it's okay. I'm justified talking about it. What? Why are you scratching your ear, buddy? What's the matter? Huh? What's the matter? Okay. I'll clean your ear tomorrow. Because you sleep under the pillow, huh? The doggy? Anyway, the old dogs, you always got to kind of tend to them. Anyway, so learning to listen to myself, you know. And it took me a lot of years, and I'm still a sucker. Like I'm easily manipulated. I can be easy. Somebody has to do. All they got to do is tell me a woeful story, and I'm right there with the solution for them. You know, like I can help people. You know, right? But the thing of it is things I learned when I was back in recovery is that I'm not willing to help people more than they're willing to help themselves. Right? So I'm not gonna run around, break my back, do all this, I'm if if I see that people aren't, whatever I do isn't trying to put them in a in a better position in life, you know? And if they're still doing the same stuff in 6 months or even a year that they were doing when I knew them and I was, trying to help them maybe reach milestones in life that they had, that they're not trying to do better for themselves because they're not doing things different. They're making the same decisions to keep their lives the same place. So, I feel as a spiritual being having a human experience, we're forever expansive, right? And there's a lot, and I'm just trying to get to a place, following my heart, listen to my higher power, where I could like invent my products and my tools to make it easier for people that have a hard time in life. And I've seen a lot of people from a lot of different age groups, a lot of different backgrounds. I don't look at the color of people's skin or their ethnicity. I look at people if they're trying to help or hinder. And I've done a lot of videos, and you're not going to hear me talk about freaking race and stuff like that in my videos. All 2.2 thousand. I don't talk about stuff because that stuff don't matter. What matters is what people are doing in their local areas to make their local areas a better place. And there's a lot of people where I live that are doing good things. Right? They got their own little corner of the world, and I'm trying to make my own corner of the world. I got to figure out how to do it, and I guess this next year might be an opportunity to open that up, but I got a couple ideas of where I could start. So I am getting more and more active in the community, and instead of what I like, sometimes I'll talk about things I'm gonna do just to make myself accountable, but sometimes I'll wait to do it and then talk about it, right? So it just kind of depends on the mood. It's okay, Tuck, but I'm definitely getting more involved in my local community, and there's good things that are happening here. Like they're putting in a meat process, because there's a lot of people, farms, cattle, stuff like that. They're putting in a localized meat processing facility. There's only one facility that does it right over here, and that's the closest place in 30 miles that does it, and they're probably getting pretty tired. So I don't know if it's a place that you can process and harvest the livestock yourself, or good boy, Tuck. Gonna go to the other one? Yeah. Okay, good boy. Good boy, handsome man. So we had a pretty good day. Here, did my other coat fall down? It took me a lot of years to learn discernment, you know, because I just wanted to. I mean, I did all. I've lived the life. I wanted to be the popular person. I did all that. I did. I learned how to act. How people. I knew how to act just right and do all the things that people wanted me to be. Right. And when I did that, it wasn't comfortable to my. I mean, yeah, it was. It was just like I always felt like I was living a different life, you know, like my because these people didn't care about how I felt about things. They just wanted people around them to support what they were doing and thinking, right? And I began to felt like I was just like a cheerleader, you know? And as I got older, you know, I love to engage with people. I just get so tired of being the person putting forth the effort, you know? And because of my upbringing, it's taken me a long time to unprogram that stuff. Cuz I've been programmed. I just wanted to be the good little soldier, do the right thing. I don't want nobody mad at me, you know? And as I get older, these are more things that no longer serve me. I was just listening to an interview with Cliff High, and I was listening a little while ago to an interview with I think it was on Christmas. Freaking Gigi Young does it. I love listen. It cracks me up. I don't want anybody to ever get the impression that anything that I say on this channel is like a complete absolute. Like my perception of reality is the only reality that exists. I don't want that. I hear other people doing their talks, and there's so many different versions of reality, right? I mean, just the perception of how mom has experienced life in the last 3 years and how I've experienced. We've shared the same life, but we've had completely different experiences. People do that in the same household. People do that in the same town. You know, it's just, and I haven't tuned in much to media the last several years, and I mean, I know about the imposed story. They always want your heart to bleed for somebody over there, somebody out there, you know. Where do you want to go, bud? Come here. Why don't you go settle down? Go get the good spot. Good boy. Good doggy. One up there? On the big boy spot? Good boy. Good boy. Good dog. You're gonna get all settled in and then we're gonna go to bed, huh? Good dog. So many mistakes I've made, and so many mistakes I've talked about on this channel to learn. Because it's all about learning, right? It's all about learning. It's all that life, the whole human experience, and we've been made to believe that it's about going to school and sitting at a desk and regurgitating information and getting good marks for writing down, you know, these symbols that match the symbols on the ledger that says you're correct, you know, on a history that's based on the person who wrote the book. And, you know, I keep thinking, like, I feel like our last reset was, like, I keep, like, a lot more recent than we're told. You know what I mean, Ma? Like, you were born in 1950, right? But, like, when 1906 happened, it's like shortly before that, civilization was different and something happened. And we live and we exist on the hand-me-downs of the previous civilization. You know what I mean? Like, we just learned how to utilize and hijack the stuff that was left over for us. Right? So I think, Luna, what are you doing? There ain't nothing down there that you need to be chewing on, my love nugs. What are you doing? You're so pretty and smart and funny. I think it's not. You guys are so goofy. That's what I think. You know? And I think actually 2023, I feel like it's like farther back in the timeline because because I mean look at the people that people don't good put out good quality work anymore. Sometimes I'll hang out and I'll sit I'll come out and spend time with mom because mom likes her quiet time too. Sometimes she gets lonely, so we'd like to do a nice balance. And I'll be like, or I'll watch a reel and I'll be like, hey mom, check this out for this video. And there's this video of this young couple on their first floor apartment, and the paint was bowing from the roof from the apartment above, and it just kept bowing and dipping more and more until it broke, and then it showed the last scene of there was just freaking crap everywhere, and it was sewage and stuff, and that was these people's new apartment. It's like quality, like work ethic isn't what it was. I learned I was given a pretty very actually a very solid, very strong work ethic from both. Mom didn't go to work a lot, like she didn't get a paycheck, but the way that she showed up in life just is a testimony to her work ethic. And my father, he did what a lot, like my dad was a truck driver, and as I see representations of that frequency, the people that drive truck, that's why ever since I was a little girl I've always paid attention to and asked questions about like production support and supply chain stuff, right? And my inclination and desire to learn has followed me up even in my position in the Air Force. I was the Toto, and at Offutt Air Force Base I was also a mechanic, but I hate when the stupid song makes my train of thought derail. Damn it! I was going someplace with that. So I always wanted to. What was I talking about? You don't know. I was always, I don't know, figuring it out. Production support. And now I'm looking at the world. Now I'm looking at our nation, the world, my close proximity. I don't really look at I never really had a desire much to go backpacking in Europe and, all that, like doing ayahuasca. I feel like my spirit has already done all those things. And when people want to do all that, it's just because you have the desire to have the experience. And when people don't have the desire, they pretty much already have had the experience. They got that T-shirt, been there, done yet that. So you live around, you live enough incarnations. Still don't know what shape the planet of the Earth is, the shape the Earth is, but I'm still more concerned with how people are treating each other on it. And for any group to think that they're justified based on who they are, that's why I hate these murder cliques, these murder clubs. I'm gonna go in and start assaulting. America's been a big part of the murder club. Like, we're gonna go in the name of free, dude. It's so okay. I don't want to go off on that tangent. I just hope more people are learning the discernment, are figuring it out more, that the reality, the imposed reality that we're given is different, and that math doesn't add up to the experience that individuals are having on any collective day. Huh, Ma? What do you think about that? Right? Right. Anyway, how long have I been talking? I don't feel like talking much these days. I get ideas of things I want to say, and then I say them, and I feel like I'm on my way. Be on the way, hey. And then plus, I think Lena needs to go for a walk around too. And Stanley's telling me what's up. Yeah. But I've been thinking, I've really been in gratitude a lot lately. And I gotta say that I think this stuff works, and this and maybe it works because I believed in it and I want it to work. It probably works because it works. But I want everybody that feels a lot of physical pain, because I know not a lot of people do. I mean, I know that there's a lot of people in this earth. Ma, you feel a lot of physical pain? But you did when you were younger, huh? So you know what it's like to suffer, right? There's a lot of people, me included, that suffer every single day. And suffering, what pain is inflammation, right? And it's your brain talking to your body, reminding of just hurt, constant hurt. And it might be 20 years since you did that thing that hurts, but still, you're reminded of it constantly. There's, a lot of people have a lot of hurtful things happen to them. I started taking just a drop, like every 4 hours I'll take, right? Right when I wake up, like 5 in the morning, 5:30, I'll take a drop, then I drink water. And then it's full spectrum. It's just CBD. It doesn't give you the wacky head stuff. That's why I appreciate it. And it's actually made in Oregon. Actually, no, it says manufacturer by, but the hemp product is from Oregon. That's what it is. This product is not intended to treat any... They put dis-ease. But it's just CBD and... oh, there it is. Type biodynamic hemp. Origin, Oregon, USA. See, the CBD is 27%. I would love to find flour with that percentage. See, I hate math. I need to find somebody that's good at math that could, because I could feasibly get this stuff and then make cookies with this, right? It wouldn't be as cost effective, but because I give my shit away, because I do good deeds to show people in the world how good of a deed people can do, because people don't know, they haven't been given that example that it's okay. See, I don't got earth in my chart, so money, I don't have a whole lot of respect for it. If I could help people the way I want to help it without it, okay. The world hasn't been opened up and presented a way for that to happen to me. So in the interim, but I don't care. But so many people, they got so much. All they do is care about money, and because money represents security to them, and it make because if they can't do something, they can just pay somebody to do it. Well, there's a lot of freedom in when people start figuring out that they can do a lot of this stuff themselves. So, anyway, more on that for another day. Hope more and more people are starting to get, starting to figure out their own discernment. And if people have any questions, I'm just going to read the definition of what I found for it. The ability to judge well. I'm INFJ. So I put the judge and judgment in the INFJ. I mean, it's literally in my personality. That's funny. But I hope it's another thing, if people are hanging out and stopping through to see my channel, don't identify with things I say for Pete's sake. You know what? People identify with things I say and then they don't like me, and it's just like, dude, I don't know who's watching. I don't know what who I'm talking to, but people evidently think I'm talking directly to them and just choose to get up on that fence. So I don't know. To each his own. That's about all I got for now. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.